Welcome back, everyone. We return once again to Teardown, and we're actually closing in on the end of the campaign. We've got a few missions left, and they had a pretty big update recently. They went to 1.5 to the, let's see, you got it. Came from YouTube channel, discovering for the Teardown videos. Yeah, I was about to, he actually came at a good time. I was about to mention that. Yeah, Teardown got the 1.5 release to coincide with the Xbox and PS5 console releases, and some new DLC came out just as well, which appears to be like Western themed. You're actually like doing some time travel stuff. It sounded pretty wild. I was looking into it. Came home at 1 p.m. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. But yeah, welcome to the channel, Froggy. Good to have you here. But yeah, we are closing in on the end of the base campaign. There have been a few updates to the actual game here and there. There's been some under the hood performance improvements. You'll see the UI is slightly different. There's additional localization. So it is. They've definitely put some effort into it, and it sounds like that it's successful enough that they're continuing development, coming out with additional DLC down the line. So I'm really happy to see this game continue to get attention. So it's an ad for Teardown a stream a couple days. Yeah, it's surprising. Like they had Owen Wilson voice the trailer, the announcement trailer for the console version. They are getting some success with this game, and deservedly so. Anyway, right, where we last left off, we had dug out some equipment for our current client, Mr. Amonatides. So yeah, the military heavy truck was found missing, and thanks to the thanks to some timely help from a passing gunship, we leveled Frustrum once more. But yeah, we've got some other tasks on hand here as we get closer to the end of the campaign. The next plot one is Priest of Teardown, who's got one more job for us back at the Evertides Mall, and that's going to be an interesting line of sight puzzle. We'll get to that, but first we've got the side mission with Anton Wolfe, who needs us to break into a security company and steal some tools. Because this is a man who's got his priorities in order. This is a guy that I would trust to run a construction business. Someone that needs to steal tools from a security company. Whatever, man. Anyway, good to see you all. Let's get this thing going. So, we're going to Quilez Security, and we've been here before for the mission that first introduced the robots, but now we get to actually explore the facility, kind of like we were briefly at the Evertides Mall for the destroying the old house. So now we actually get to look around, and it's this pretty big facility. So they go a bit beyond just robots. They do a whole bunch of other security systems here. They actually make the alarms that we've been navigating, let's say. And it actually is kind of a really cool location. It looks like this mountain base with like these, like you've got these like lavish corporate offices. You've got these labs with okay, so we are here to steal some tools. So this is one of them, and of course it's alarmed. So the difficulty here is not necessarily the distance between them, but the verticality. As we'll see while we explore the facility, it's quite massive, and there's quite a bit of distance as we navigate up and down stairs. So there's going to be a lot of tunneling to make a path through here. And it's been long enough that I don't clearly remember what is the most efficient way, so I'm going to be looking around. We'll be doing our sweep for collectibles. And there is quite a bit to get here. This is also to refresh my memory and figure out where exactly we should be starting with. So yeah, you see here we've got the nice big office with the person that's very definitely not a member of Majestic 12. I believe... Oh, there's just enough of a gap there. There was something under the desk I saw, but yeah, that was funny. This game's the best. Yeah, it's just the environmental variety in this game, combined with the level design, is just one of the things that I cannot say enough praise about. All right, motivational reminder app appreciation token / Gillian, $250. Fuck yeah. But yeah, there's just a clear labor of love that went into the level of detail in every environment, and the little tidbits that tell part of the story and give context for the things you're about to just utterly ruin. Alright. So that's another target, the lifter. So you can see here we've got this whole exhibition house of Ed 209 stuff. Yeah, Security Droid X56U base model. Some of this we've seen in other missions. Fortunately, none of it will be shooting us here this time. I see you. Yes! Office safe master key replica. Nice, nice. What a beautiful bouquet of roses. Oh, nice. Somebody has an admirer. Anyway. So yeah, we're out here. In addition to this being winter, and so of course you've got snow everywhere, it's got this massive outdoor facility with a lot of structures that look purpose-built. We'll see they've got like assembly lines and loading areas and such. This feels like a fully featured corporate facility. Hey, Kirby. Good to see you. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing there, nothing there. It'll be a little tricky to make sure we've got absolutely every room searched. There we go, infrared transmitter. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. I suppose just hock it for cash, but man, we are getting into some high-profile theft here. Alright, now we're good, we're good. Alright, let's take this cargo elevator up. There's a lot of stuff that you might not necessarily find unless you're making liberal application of force. Oh, here we go. Box of semiconductors. Like here, we can't get these safes open. So what would happen? Hey! Got raiders already. Moshi, good to see you. Raiders, good to see you. Welcome to the channel. How's everything doing tonight? Hang on. Let me give you a quick shout out here. But yes, good to see you, Moshi. Welcome to the channel. Eyes beat me to it. Man, you are fast on the draw, my friend. What would we do without you? But yeah, good to see you. How's it going? What were you playing? Okay, that area is basically clear.
Yay!
Oh, you were playing RoboCop. Awesome. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Good to have you here. But yeah, I wanted to play that. That is high on the list of things I want to get to after I finish up Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so yeah, we'll want to take care of that in one big chunk. So let's make absolutely sure we've finished off here. I think the elevator goes one floor down. Yeah, pork pie stash. Nice. Yeah. Like, the thing about a RoboCop game is, obviously, you'd have to make it a shooter or other actioning thing, but you'd have to get around the fact that RoboCop is basically invulnerable to small arms. And yeah, you'd have to create the feeling of you just being a walking tank. And it looks like that's exactly what they've got. You're basically just this slow-moving behemoth that can march into gunfire and walk out basically unscathed. Like, obviously, they can wear you down at some point, but you should feel relatively invulnerable to your standard mook, and it's only later on that you start to feel actually in a legitimate physical danger. So yeah, it sounds like they knew exactly what they were making, and that is a good thing. Just got home for dinner with you and your roommate? That's alright, man. Go ahead and eat. Tonight is a night for relaxing. That is a good question, Froggy. I believe there are... I don't know if there's any recent one. I know there have been a few. Yeah, a Terminator game would kind of fall under that same... Okay, so there's another tool right there. Yeah, a Terminator game would have the same issue, where if you're making the Terminator the protagonist, the challenge would have to be around something other than just simply just wading into gunfire and eliminating your targets. Although you could do that. Like, there was a PC game a long time ago, I don't remember if it was called anything other than just the Terminator, where you either played as... It was based on the first movie, where you either played as the Terminator or as Kyle Reese, and you had Sarah Connor follow you around as well. And, you know, the characters played differently, obviously, and as a Terminator you could soak up way more fire, But you had this, like, weird open city to sort of wander around and interact with. Like, you could rob the gun store, there were, like, gas stations you could go into, vehicles you sealed. Hey, nice. Waterproof sample. And you sort of had to play cat and mouse and hunt each other. And as one or the other, you either had to hunt down Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor, or evade or eventually deal with the Terminator. Oh, thank you, Kirby. And yeah, there haven't been a lot of games that mined that space for... Oh, here we go. There haven't been a lot of Terminator properties that went in a similar direction that I know of. Like, there have been Terminator games, but, you know, they're mostly just standard action stuff where you just have a... You're usually like a human resistance member that's battling Terminators, like either in the future or trying to stop some time travel shenanigans from happening. I think one of them was actually made by Bethesda, but I can't remember. I saw a video on... I saw a Civi video on it a while back. Oh, this is interesting. So, I don't remember if this was a thing before, but I appear to be able to zoom. This might have been added by the patch. You can actually see my vision focus a little bit. Do I have iron sights? It's not really iron sights, but, interesting. So yeah, I had trouble finding a full list of patch notes for 1.5, other than the, nice infrared sensor, other than the console console release, the language, yeah, the new language support and such. So there's probably a bunch of stuff that I will figure out on the fly. Alright. We're good there, we're good there. I think... Does this open up? It does, yes. I believe this goes out. Yes, we were here. Perfect, perfect. This goes into this tower, which I think we were also here. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in that same boat. Like, my knowledge of Terminator basically stops with Rise of the Machines, and I feel like that's probably for the best. I can't imagine that they have improved much. Like, I heard parts of Salvation were relatively decent, but after the first two movies, there really was nowhere to go but down. Same problem with the Aliens franchise, really. Like, I'll go to bat for Alien 3. That movie is... I think it has rightly earned its cult appeal status at this point, but that was very underrated at the time, and I heard it was reportedly a nightmare to actually get out the door. But, yeah, that was relatively decent, if not quite up to the standards set by the first two. And, you know, they are very different movies, obviously. One is more of a horror flick that happens to be set in space, while the other is more of a straight-up action movie. Alright, so now we're kind of on the shop floor, and you can see here we've got what looks like a lot of laser, like, etching equipment, and a lot of specialized technical stuff. We will be interacting with this again in a later mission. Right now, we're just here to steal stuff. But you can see they've got a lot of... They've got a lot of display pieces set up. You can see here they've got a whole shop where you're testing out individual components. I love the... Like, the robot design can be a little bit hard to appreciate given that we're still dealing with blocky modeling and such, but everything here gives me the feeling of a considered piece of equipment, where they have thought about the actual function of the device and what it would have, how it would move around, and like points of articulation and components on the machine. I feel like everything in here had a good amount of thought put into it in terms of its design. Not just the actual map, but individual parts of the map. Again, I just cannot say enough good things about it. Time for humor, huh? Alright, give me a minute. I need to think about this. let's see here. Speaking of franchises, I don't know when to quit. Oh my god, they're making another Leprechaun movie? God, the last one I know of was like Leprechaun on the Hood, which I think was... I want to say 2000... I think it might have been the year 2000. I can't remember. I was still working in the video store at the time, so it would have been early 2000s at the latest. But man... Because I can't imagine Warwick Davis is still making those movies. I have to assume they got someone else to play it. And I mean, you know, again, that's another idea that really has a limited shelf life, and after a while, it just... There's only some... Where do you go? To space, I guess. I did once upon a time work at a Blockbuster, yes. Back when those still existed. Yeah, it was a good crew there, but I wouldn't recommend it over any other job you could possibly take, except maybe fast food. Like, if you worked at a Jiffy Lube or something, you were probably better off. Yeah, it's just kind of funny to watch the slow, inexorable decline of video stores and really physical media in general, and watch them just cling to whatever relevance they had left. 2018's Leprechaun Origins. Warwick didn't play him, so he probably won't reprise his role again. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling he was kind of getting up there. And, you know, props to the guy. He was great in Willow. But I feel like that's something you can only do so many times. Unless you're physically... Unless you are defined by the role, like, say, Kane Hodder as Jason. I believe that is the guy that plays him. Some actors can do that, some can't, and I completely understand why someone wanted to get out of the game. Hey, there we are. Rotation servo motor. Alright, I think we're about done looting the place, or relatively close to it. I think there's like one little chunk outside here. Anything down here? Eh, just a little cargo area. Although there might be something here. Alright, I think that's okay. Okay, there's another tool there. Alright, I think we've cleared out the entire place. Now, as close to it as we're gonna get. Now, let us get to planning. Still thinking about that pun, I know. But anyway, we need to get here. That's our exit. This is a classic timed mission, so we'll want to work our way over here. The furthest points are out here. So we'll probably want to clear these, get over here, and clear those on our way to here. The tricky part, as you can see, is that they are visibly at different elevations. So 20 meters below, 20 meters above, 12 meters below, 20 meters above. Significant height gap here. So let's see. Let's start making a chain. We'll start here. Alright, so circular saw. Speaking of horror movies that have long since overstayed their welcome. Right. So we'll put that relatively close right there. Figure we'll start here, then we need to tunnel away into here. This'll do. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I feel like, again, it's a concept that doesn't lend itself very well to sequels. Like, it's iconic, but that's not necessarily the same as interesting to me. Alright, so that's the... Actually, where's this one? That's 14 meters above. Shit. Okay, so we'll drop down there and grab that. Where's this one? It's above us. Alright, so dropping down is going to be fun. Right. Super grinder. Alright. Because we want to minimize the amount of time we're running, and I feel like running from here, here, and here is going to be longer than here, 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 and then going this way. Yeah, let's do that. We will start here. Spray can. 1 through 4 were good, 5 was okay, 6 and 3D were terrible, Jigsaw was okay again, Spiral felt wasted, X was the best one. Yeah, yeah. I feel like when you come to a horror movie villain, a degree of charisma or a degree of something memorable about them can really carry that a long way. But only so far. Alright, so let's say... yeah, we'll plant another bomb right there. I should have done this up there, but that's okay. Too lazy to take the elevator again. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, and then we can drop down here. But yeah, there's only so many times you can retread a concept before you just feel like it has nowhere to go. It just feels like it's going to be the same thing over and over again. In fact, you might say you feel like you saw it all before. There you go. Now, so we're going to drop down there. This will be number 2. So let's get this out of the way. And now we need to get back up to there. Yeah, so we're going to run up here. Let us make a path here. There we go. And this is actually going to work in reverse. So instead of going up from there, we're going to go from up here. Or from down here. Alright. Now. That's number 3. Now we need to get across here quickly. And I could have sworn there was a way to get a car up here. Because our next target is going to be over here. And if I remember right, yeah, that's on a big display that's kind of overlooking an overhang. There's an overhang there, and we should be able to just bring that down. Yeah, that's the thing. I tend to prefer gore in short bursts. Because otherwise it gets kind of desensitizing and it starts to lose its impact. Like, it could still be an effective element to introduce a shock. And I think some movies do leverage that appropriately, or when you're just trying to emphasize the utter alienness of it. Like, The Thing, obviously, is a great movie that explores the nightmarish ways that this alien entity can make use of the biomass it has accumulated. But yeah, there's a point where it just kind of wears you down. Anyway, we might be able to just grab one from the parking garage in here and drive it over. Yeah, we need to very safely drop it down. I don't know how safely we can make it, but we're gonna try. I want to move that over very carefully. Probably be easier if we got one from a level down or 2. In fact, let's do that. Now that we made a nice big hole here, let's not make use of it at all. One of the Art Vandals setups. Tried to hook onto the museum bridge because I fell off while making a hole in the wall. The thing just came clean off. Yeah, Art Vandals is fun. They really have a nice... like, it's one big map, but they make a lot of... oh, this is the way down, doy. They have a nice spread of small environments that are interconnected within that, and they make a lot of good use out of it. I was very impressed with it. I'm impressed that they put it out as just a free product that's just an add-on to the game, which is not something you genuinely don't see. Because, you know, obviously Time Jumpers is paid DLC now, and, you know, some people have mixed feelings about that. I'm looking forward to trying it out. But Art Vandals was very fun, and it was very nice of them to... It was cool of them to just develop it as a thing to include with the game. Alright, so I think we can make our way through here. Just, yeah, at pretty much every turn, the developers have made smart moves with this game, and I'm very... Oh! It's a door. Okay. Okay, fine. I try to pull it sideways, but of course. It's me. I'm the guy that pushes on a door that says pull. Anyway. Yeah, time campers is a reason to be paid. That's the thing. It's a whole thing where it's set in a earlier period in time, and so you're using period-appropriate tools and weapons and such. That obviously would take more development time and such. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. Especially because they sound like they're going to do some effort to justify it. Like I said, there's like an interesting time travel aspect that piques my interest. Like, it's not just demolishing stuff in the Old West. You'll actually be... wonder... Like, you'll actually be traveling back in time. And given the interesting little things that they've done with the admittedly threadbare plot in the main campaign, I'm interested. I want to see what they do with the setting and the context. Hey, oh, fuck! Can we get you onto this elevator? I think we can. Hey, hey! All right. Down we go. Alright, now if we get you out here, I believe. Yes. So if we can park you right here, that will provide us with some acceleration going downhill. Hey, Zero, good to see you. Be easier if we can just... Is this light enough that we can just grab it and... Yes! Yes, here we go! Flex those guns, Downman. So this is a rather roundabout way of putting what is essentially a sled here. It's tempting to put rocket boosters on it, but that might cause it to slam into the ceiling there as we ramp down there. So, from here, we're going to make our way over here. So yeah, in the ideal course of events, we roll down here, tear through here, and make our way there. Treadmill and exercise bike really gave us an arm workout. Oh, right. I remember. No. We need to get in here because this is where the shop vac is. So we need to get this, then we need to get up. All right, now I'm starting to remember. Okay, so we need to grab you, and unfortunately we can't carry you too far. So let us make a hole. Alright, let's take you out. Oh shit. Right, I gotta be mindful of the fire. There have been enough missions that weren't just timed heists that I started getting used to not having to worry about fires. How complacent I've become. There we go, yeah! Alright, so yeah. Car rolls down here, slam it into here, get out, run over here, grab this, let's just make it as visible as possible. Say right there. There, we'll move that over a little. Beautiful, beautiful. That's number 4. Now, Now I remember, we need to get up through the hole here. Or we need to make a hole and then get up through it. So, from here, that's about... let's see, let's put a step stool over here. Alright, yeah, here we go. So if we drop a plank down from here... Yeah, there we go. Up through here. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, now number 4 I believe is right above us. Yeah. So, we won't be able to drop it down without setting off the alarm. So what we need to do... He lifted the car easier than the safe. Quilez really needs to optimize their weight distribution. Yeah, no kidding. No wonder we need a dump truck to get one of those big safes out. Alright, so yeah, what we'll have to do is very carefully balance that down and then set it up so all we have to do is shoot it and it falls out. So, alright, at 209, you take a break. So we need... Yeah, we're going to need to make a hole. Can I just punch that? Yeah, there's some sturdy material under it. Alright. Yes, 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 yes. We need to... Fuck! Got careless. Alright, so what I'm thinking is... If we... Because I think that will... The weight of this will snap it off, but if we cable it, it should stay up long enough for us to drop it down. So let's tether you to that. Well, 5-star unlocked, reached out to luck. Reached out to be luck and star rail. Got the 5 you wanted and won the 50-50 pity. Nice! Hey, Kren. Good job. Cable you to that. Now let's dangle you through the hole. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's move you over. Can we move you over? Yes. Perfect, perfect. Alright, yeah, so we pop that, and the weight of that should pull it down. Actually, I'm very curious if that will snap. Maybe it is strong enough. Let's find out. Okay, yeah, the weight is perfect. So all we gotta do is snipe the yellow cable and that'll drop down to us. Perfect. Just spray paint myself a little reminder here. You were the source of the gateway, drug man. First hit's always free. But it's been fun, I ain't gonna complain. The new Gouda Gouda event in Fate Go was awesome. Okay. Oh, this is new. Check this out. So this last path and best path. So I wonder what this does. Huh. Oh. Oh, this is a recording thing. Interesting. So I guess this will check your failure. I guess this will let you record previous attempts and replay whatever your last attempt was and try to figure out what the failure point is. So you don't have to have a mission failure screen in order to review that. That's nice. Oh, man. One day I'll get into another one. I'll give Honkai or Genshin a try at some point. The thing with a lot of other games is I think I would actually appreciate them as games. Stuff like Arknights, or maybe even like Girls Frontline or Blue Archive. It's mostly the time investment that proves to be a barrier. And that's something that's a little trickier to work around. So I feel like you've got the average person working a 9-to-5 job, or your average 40-hour work week, would probably have enough time for maybe 1 or 2 of them. Exactly. So you hit gotchas 5-6 months in. Yeah, exactly. Once they've gotten off the ground floor, it can be kind of a lot to take in all at once. So let's get up to the tool right here. So I find often it's a good idea to work backwards from some of the trickier ones. So yeah, this will be our last target. So we need to work from here to connect to this one. The problem is we're going to be dropping this one, and we need a very quick way up. So, what is a good way to get from there to here? To a degree. Gotcha very specifically refers to a random element that very often involves physical currency, however. Like, there are gotcha mechanics you can see in other games that are basically just using an in-game currency to draw randomly from a pool. But yeah, it is kind of a specific thing, but I think they do sort of hit a very similar impulse. The way you can very easily lose a lot of time poking at a simple, short grind that just is drawn out over a long period of time. Because, yeah, from down here, that complicates things. Whereas if I'm up here in the offices, then that provides me with a clearer path. Yeah, I think I need to rethink this. Yeah, it's a vending machine slash slot machine. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Rather than shoot the window out, what we'll do... Yeah, there's a slight but significant difference between in-app purchases and the randomized element. Because there's the actual thing it's based on, I believe, is called gachapon, which are machines in Japan that spit out a random trinket or something like what you'd see in a grocery or department store or something. You pop a dollar in, you turn a lever, and a little bauble pops out that's like a tiny action figure or part of some collectibles or something. That's more or less what it's based... that's more or less what gacha games are based around. Gachapon, that's it. Thank you. Alright. So I think what I might need to do is... get that out of the way. So yeah, instead we'll be grabbing that here. Yeah, there are similarities in the fact that there's very often an energy meter or a stamina meter or something that limits the amount of activity you can do. Although in practice, most games do have have things that let you recharge the stamina for a fairly without much. They usually give you a lot of stuff to recharge your stamina, and it's very difficult to actually exhaust them. Fate Go has apples, for instance, and that lets you do another set of missions, and you just get so many of them that's practically impossible to run out. Exactly, yeah. Alright, so yeah, this might actually work out. So yeah, we'll go up here, grab this. Say, this is the new 5. That's the new 5. Then, because we need to make up some height and get over here to the garage, and the quickest way is across here. Alright. Yeah, so over here. Go. Up this way, up this way. And we're going to be shaving off every possible second we can. Yeah, I mean, it is very often used in that capacity. But yeah, no, it is very definitely a portmanteau. Alright. back. So, might be a bit of a high angle for me, but whatever. No, that works. That works. Alright. Now we just need to get across to the garage. I think I can get on there. This is on that level, right? 5 meters below. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't even need to go up a level. Nice. Alright. But I do need to get across the way there. So, what if we do this? 26 key for the NYC Comic-Con. Hey, there we go. I will totally spend that on Sakamoto. He deserves... Damn it. He deserves it. Him and Oreo. I love those two so much. The event was just perfect in fleshing them out, and... Hey! Alright. We busted somebody's poker game and got playing cards for 15 bucks. Awesome. But yeah, they did the exact right thing with them with this event, which is combine the fundamental silly way in which Oreo behaves with the fact that of her otherworldliness and general lack of understanding of how normal people behave, but also the fact that she's undeniably a good person and is essentially a redeemed monster that sincerely loves Sakamoto, and the two make a great straight man and weirdo duo. Really flushed that game. Nice! Oh, man. Well, you know me, Zero. I'm always going to double down on a plan. Hoocha! Okay, I think we can do this. So, up here, up here, up here. That's number 6. And then over here, to our escape vehicle, the actual easiest part of the plan. Aces! And there we are. Alright, so I think we've got this down. Let's let's get to the start of the run. Oop! Whoops. Forgot the hookshot does that. Okay, so. Here, here, here. Hop in the car here. Race down. Grab this. Up here. Grab this. Right over here. Grab this. And make it out. I think we can do this. It may take some tweaking. It is definitely a long run, but we can do this. So let's take a sip here. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3. It's crime time! Oh, it's been too long. Alright, so far so good. Oh, shit. And that's kind of what I was afraid of. Go too fast down the stairs and your car just plows into the ground. There is a way to do it, just... Sadly, I did not do that way. Alright. Alright, here we go. Oop. Now get up. Oh, shit. Right. Damn it, too many mistakes. No Sakamoto? Ah. We'll get him one day, buddy. Alright, so the big slowdown was coming down the tunnel here. We'll have to be careful in order to give the car time to decelerate. Although, what if instead of going down the tunnel, what if we ramped off this way and plowed in down there? Maybe that'll work. Maybe. We'll try this one more time. Yeah, probably. You know what? Hang on a second. I am gonna rework the car a bit a little. Yeah, rather than run downstairs, we're gonna use that to ramp off here and into the warehouse. Let's make a nice big hole here. Yeah, a little big there, that's alright. Yeah, good call on the beam. Alright. Oh, I see that. Let's get you out of the way, too. That'll do. Doesn't need to be perfect, just a little bit of extra propulsion. Ow. There we go, there we go. Alright, that should save us some time. Let us try this again and see where we get. Alright, ready to try this again. 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's crime time! Probably make that descent easier. That works. Here we go, baby. This way. Keep forgetting that. Maybe we got it. Yes! Second time's a charm. Hell yeah! Don't whine, just walk the rocket shrapnel off. Exactly. Drink through the pain. Ah, that felt good. So yeah, this is a pretty involved mission. And the big challenge is just getting through the different levels of elevation. But it's another case where I really do like the map design, and it opens up some interesting challenges and ways to get around the verticality of it.